Sunday, January 14, 2024. Shadow over Kosovo operation. Allegations of war crimes haunt Chernarus sailors. Zhelenogorsk, Chernarus, a cloud of suspicion hangs over the Chernarus Naval Forces, CNF, involvement in Kosovo after disturbing claims surfaced of possible war crimes committed by Kosovo security elements in the presence of Chernarus sailors. The allegations stem from a series of text messages reportedly exchanged between a sailor deployed in Kosovo and his girlfriend, published in an early morning edition of the Zhelenogorsk Pravda newspaper. The texts allegedly detail the execution of several Serbian prisoners by Kosovo soldiers shortly before a Serbian air attack on the Devil's Castle region. The girlfriend, whose identity remains undisclosed, claims her boyfriend witnessed the incident and is deeply troubled by it. The CNF Coastal Operations Group, overseeing the Kosovo deployment, has remained tight-lipped on the matter, stating only that they are investigating the charges. This lack of transparency has fueled public concern and calls for a thorough and impartial investigation. Adding to the gravity of the situation is the volatile climate in Kosovo. The region has been a tinderbox of ethnic tensions for decades, and any unaddressed war crimes could exacerbate existing animosity and threaten stability. Chernarus caught in the crossfire. The CNF deployment in Kosovo was initially hailed as a sign of Chernarus's commitment to regional security and cooperation with NATO. However, these recent allegations threaten to damage that image and strain relations with both NATO and the Kosovo authorities. Chernarus faces a delicate balancing act. It must uphold its international obligations and commitment to human rights while ensuring the safety of its own personnel in a potentially explosive environment. Failure to act decisively on these allegations could have far-reaching consequences, casting a shadow on the country's reputation and undermining trust in its peacekeeping efforts. Demands for transparency and accountability. With the eyes of the international community watching closely, Chernarus is under immense pressure to conduct a swift and transparent investigation into the alleged war crimes. The credibility of both the CNF and the Kosovo government hinges on uncovering the truth and holding those responsible accountable. Civil society groups and human rights organizations have already begun demanding action. Public protests calling for transparency and justice are gaining momentum, highlighting the growing public unease over the allegations. Uncertain future in Kosovo. The future of the CNF deployment in Kosovo remains uncertain. The success of the mission now depends heavily on the outcome of the investigation and the actions taken in its wake. Should the allegations be substantiated, Chernarus will have to make difficult decisions about its continued involvement in the region. One thing is clear: the shadow of these accusations will linger long after the investigation is complete. The burden of upholding the principles of human rights and international law now rests squarely on the shoulders of the CNF and the Chernarus government. The world watches with bated breath to see how they respond.